Hello, YouTube. My name is Rafael, and I'm here to start a new immersion, English immersion here on Talk and Talk. So I'm here with Fabiano and Sydney to discuss this unusual and interesting topic that is pollution in Antarctica caused by tourism. And just remember, I'm not a teacher, I'm a student here. This is in Talk and Talk. We how say that are here to practice and to improve our English, everyone. So feel free to express yourself, to make mistakes, and enjoy these conversations. Okay. So and now we have here with us Lurian. How are you, Lurian?
Good morning, Rafael. I'm okay, and you?
Yeah, I'm good too. So I don't know if you how say that saw this topic today's topic, but it's very unusual, and I'm excited to discuss it with you. So guys, let's start with a little presentation. So Lulian, could you introduce yourself, please?
Yes. So, good morning, everyone. I'm Ludia. I live in Belo Horizonte. I'm 35 years old. It's really hard about this topic, but it's interesting too. But I think this is a general topic since Katiana is not here, like the platform choose a topic, to talk, and I think it's really
A
interesting.
hard
Like I'm
one.
seeing, okay, let's do it. And
The
Thank you.
Thank you, Lulian. So yeah, what about you, Fabiano? Could you introduce yourself, please?
Sure. Bom, my name is Fabiano. I'm living in São Paulo, and I am 46 years old, and this is my first time here at Talk and Talk. So I'm a new
Ah.
student. Yeah.
Okay, so be how say that be comfortable. Do you know more or less how it works here? So Fabiano, can you hear me? Hello, Sydney, can you hear me? Oh, so it's myself.
I can hear you.
Okay, yeah, I don't know what happened. Maybe Fabiano had a problem. So let's continue, and if he come back, we have to pass to him. So Sydney, could you introduce yourself, please?
Okay, my internet connection today is not so stable, but hello guys. Good morning. My name is Sidney. I'm 40 years old and currently I live in Belo Horizonte, like Luria. I have been working as an accountant for the last 20 years. I'm here on Talk Talk since October 2023. So Talk Talk for me is a great conversational platform. I think, well, in my personal life, I'm married and I have a son. My son is 7 years old. And in my free time, I like to hang out with my family. I like to play a lot of games, board games and video games with my son, and try different restaurants with my wife. That's it.
Very good. Very good life. I like your how say lifestyle, Sydney. Good, good. So, Fabiano, just to be sure, do you know more or less how it will be here? How it works in on Talk and Talk?
I think so. There are some questions, and we talk about these questions. I think it
Yeah,
is.
so exactly, exactly. So feel free to how to express yourself. You if you don't feel comfortable to how to say something in English, you can say in Portuguese. No one will
Okay.
judge it, and everyone here is a student like you. Okay.
Okay.
So let's start. Oh, and I will present myself quickly too. So hello everyone, my name is Rafael. I'm 32 years old. I'm a lawyer. I grew up in São Paulo, but nowadays I'm living in Netherlands, and I'm a PhD candidate with background in civil liability, and I have been teaching for the last 3 years in the Paris Panthéon-Assas University. which has been a great time to meet, to learn from my students and colleagues. I'm interested, especially in this area that is civil liability. Having written about it in my bachelor's and master's degree, and now again in my PhD, when I'm how say it is written about the civil liability in French legal system. So this is a little bit about my professional presentation that I'm training here with you. And let's how say it start with the first question. So Sydney, why are more tourists visiting Antarctica nowadays? If you don't know, you can just how say it try imagine it because I have no
Yeah.
idea. So what do you think about it, Sydney?
Yeah, so fortunately, I met a girl on the platform that she went with her husband in Antarctica in last year, and she told me that the tourism movement are increasing a lot because it's a kind of picturesque, I think picturesque and unique place that the people want to visit since this kind of uh, tourism agent starts to sell this kind of package. There is a kind of opportunity to the people visit that. I think, secondly, the people want to visit the different space because they have a lot of experience, visit many areas, and they want to visit a place with a unique landscape, this kind of thing, that's ice place to see a different wildlife, things like that. And I think third, uh, it could be a kind of trend, like a reborn baby, like to the people are taking bath in a ice bathtub, things like that, you know? So
No,
it could be
very,
a kind
very
of
good.
trend that the people today are exciting to experience to, things like that.
No, but that I totally agree with you. I think that they are how say that are good reasons to go how say that to visit and why this tourism is increasing in Antarctica. So it's like I said, this is a unique landscape. I cannot imagine another place like Antarctica, even if I never how say that I've never been there. So very good, very good. Lulian, what do you think? Do you have how say that other reasons why are more tourists visiting Antarctica today?
In my case, I want to visit Antarctica. I think it's I have this dream to visit all the continents, you know, and always I was thinking, oh my God, Antarctica, I cannot visit because it's just ice. And recently I was listening more things about that, you know. Oh no, now you can visit. There is some tours. If you go to the last city in Chile or Argentina, I think next to Patagonia, there is a boat, no, like a ship you can take, and they are doing more tourism right now. And I said, oh, that's it. So now I can visit all the continents in the world, you know. So I think it's because of that. It's because it's totally remote. It's unique. I think in some point we have this desire about the unknown things. You know, like why we want to go to the moon, why you want to explore the space. You know, look, why you want to explore the deep sea is because of that, is because we have this interest about things that we cannot touch, you cannot know. I think this is a desire for humans, and I have this. If it's possible, I will do this trip. And I think it's increasing too because of social media, because now everyone can know about that, and something it's a trending and TikTok and Instagram, and that's it. Maybe in the past we already could visit, you know, but it was not a trending. So since now everyone is talking about, of course. So for me, it's because of that.
Good, good, and good reasons. So you add, how said it, even these two things. Now it's, I think it's more how said it's possible to do it because I don't know when we were a child, it was not something common, you know. Like you said, it's we have this image about Antarctica, something just how say it, just ice and some animals and just it. Now we have all this kind of how said that, like you said, ships, cruises. The possibility to go easily by not so easily I think but easily by plane, so it's not anymore something just for how said scientists and other people. It's they are in the, like you said, the marketing, the advertising about it, it's real, so good reasons. And how said why is we have more tourists visiting Antarctica, so good. Fabiano, what do you think about it, the question number one?
I agree with Lurian and Sydney, and I I don't see any more reasons to visit Antarctica, but uh, I think nowadays because as Lurian said about social media, so everyone wants to be the first to go there and oh my I am the first to go there and other things, but I think it's Antarctica is a particular place, né? So that is nothing there in other parts of the world. So I think it is.
Good, 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 Fabian. And like you said, so it's cool to post something on Instagram saying, "Oh, I'm in Antarctica." It's totally, how
Yes,
said, unusual. I
yes.
totally agree with you. So, guys, I think that we how said could answer the first question, but the topic of today it's not just how say that the tourism. It's why so the pollution that this tourism is causing in Antarctica. So, how does tourism contribute to pollution in Antarctica, Sydney?
Well, from my perspective, there are some things that the tourism contributes. Yeah, I think the mere presence of the human being, it it could cause some stress in the wildlife. I think it could make the some birds, some animals flee from their houses, their I forgot the name of the house, the animals, for example, the birds. But I think another thing that illegal discard or disposal, some wastes like sewage. I think wrappers, packagings, even with it could be accidental, it could affect the wildlife. I think secondly, the presence. Uh, the I think yeah, in some situation the people used to take with them some other animals like other birds, like it could be illegal, but a dog or a cat, and could all the introduction of these animals could be intruders and affect other and other the I think the native animals, the native species in these places. So I think that's it.
No, like good point. I think this is like you said also this the human being this the only fact that the human being has said is going to there, we are going to there, it's already a kind of a disturbance. So it causes a disturbance, a contamination. So I totally agree with you. And that can be very dangerous for how said that the environment there because they already have the own system, you know. So if you introduce a new species like human beings or others, like you said, that causes a disturb that really can destroy things there. So it's a good point. What do you think about it, Lurian? Do you have other how said examples to us?
Yes, talking about general places, not just about Antarctic. I think it's because of that. It's because this environment is not used to receive people, or maybe just receive some people. So if this is increasing, the tourism there is increasing, you can affect the animals who live there. Also, you can affect because it's a place. And this, in the most of time, is made of ice. So if you have more people, for sure you can have more hot. How can I say this? It's not exactly hot the word, but you can warm more the place. So maybe you can
Mm.
melt the ice. You can produce something different, and and I don't know, like maybe they will just melt and affect all the environment. So, and I think humans, like Sydney said, we bring a lot of problems to you. Bring like pollution. We bring uh, trash, you know, black
Yeah.
carbon. So we have, since we need oxygen to breathe, so we will produce more carbon emission from the ships for us. So I think for any place, who is not used to have this kind of pollution can be invasive, so more like that.
No, very good. And Indy, you remember me something that is very important. For example, okay, nowadays, if I'm not wrong, one of the most how say it impacted environments in the world by the climate change is Antarctica. So, like you said, the all the ice is melting, and because of that, in fact, we our oceans around the world is how say that increasing their level. So I can imagine that I've already seen some images on YouTube, etc., of this how say that melting moments, and I think that with the tourism, it can even be how say that get worse. So I totally agree with you. And the garbage, like I said, so the human beings, even if you don't know, like Sidney said too, we produce trash. We produce garbage. So in the it can, even if you take care to not let the trash there, it's not possible. Something will escape. Something will how say that disturb the environment. So very good, very good. What do you think about it, Fabiano? The question number two.
So I agree with all of you. As there is so far away because there is so far away that in unusual to go there and going out. So you need to sleep for one night for or more.
That's true.
So it's impossible to a lot of with a lot of people is getting impossible to take care of about our garbage or things. So that is there is an environment that is not prepared to a lot of people. So uh, I think it is there is we need to eat, we need to go there. So we need to take our things and this is I don't know more.
Good. No, I totally agree with you. And to add other types of hazard pollutions that tourism cause there, I know that the planes and cruises are the how say that one of the most how say that pollutions way that we have to transport ourselves. So it's very problematic when we take how say that cruise. There are many people that are totally against cruise. How say personally I like it, but I know that it's not how say that good for the environmental because they are how said huge ships and they went how said with so it's a lot of fuel that contribute with the pollution of the air. So it's another how said way that tourism is increasing the pollution in Antarctica, I think. So, guys, let us skip directly for the question number four, because I think that we already answered the question number three. So, do scientists also cause pollution during research missions? How? And I would like to, how say that, add another question in this. It's important to have science in Antarctica. So why we have science there? So not just if they are contributing to the pollution, but why we have there, even how say that to protect or not this environment. What do you think about it, Sidney?
Yeah, I think it's important. I think this kind of researches basis. I think that many countries have in Antarctica. I think unfortunately, with even with a lot of attention and the caution, I think it could. Uh, I think it. Release some pollution. I think about sewage, something like that. I think there are a lot of restricted some laws or regulation to the people that the people used to follow. But I think even with all these things, it could affect the environment. And I think, but I think it's important because they used to make some researches in this environment because it's a unusual environment, and also there are kind of research about the soil, the ground, because it is ice for a thousand of years, so they used to research some bacteria, virus, things like that, that lived in the dinosaur and the ancient areas. So I think it brings some important finds or discoveries for human beings.
Good, good, good. Good point, Sidney. Lurian, what to think about it? This is question number 4.
And in the same time that I think we need the scientists to study more this, I think maybe we are the reason, for the pollution
Mhm.
increase. But I was thinking about the question, like who comes first, the egg or the kitchen, because I think if we have a problem for our environment, for the world, I think we need to go there and investigate. In my opinion, like we have this capacity, this possibility to go there and investigate. So, and it's part of us, to investigate. Like I said, this desire to understand the unknown. So, but at the same time, since you are there, you also are part of the problem. So it's a cycle. It's a cycle, I think you just need to have some measures to control this. Like in tourism, okay, like I said, I'm a kind of person who can go, and I wanna go. But I know, like, if every people and every person in the world go, it's really bad for the environment. So we need to have some regulation too, and understand how bad can be. But in my point, there is no answer like yes or no, because you need to go there to understand the environment and to understand if this can affect our lives in the future. But at the same time, you are part of the problem too. So it's
That's
not
true. Yeah, it's a little bit contradictory, but not totally, like
yeah.
you said. So you have to do it. And Ludian, do you how said that know a little bit about ecotourism? Because what you said remembers me this concept that how said that it's the people that are making tourism, but with this ecological thing. So they go to a place to connect with how say that local communities. They're trying to how say that work there to preserve this area. So it's a different kind of tourism, and you can help and the local communities and try and help in this conservation. So it's another thing because tourism can be also something like Ilurian said that bring us an education. We have to know the problem. We have to know others to. Oh, now that I know that what has happened in Antarctica, I can how say that be more conscious about it. The climate change in general, the pollution. So I totally agree with you, Lilian, when you said that regulation is the key. So to say, oh, we cannot receive more than 1,000 people for a year. So create this kind of regulation could be helpful to preserve this Antarctica, like we have, for example, in Fernando de Noronha. It's not it's expensive, unfortunately, but it's the only way to preserve this area. So it's a good point. What do you think about it, Fabiano?
So I agree with all of you, but I think it's very important to study the environment, to go scientists go there and study the all the environment and the temperature. And I think that is a specific place that is not like that in any part of the world. Maybe in North Pole, for example, but uh, I think it's important to study, to go there and do researches and study the ice and something. But it's important to control the people, like you said. So it's not, as I said, the environment is not prepared to receive a lot of people. So I think this is important to control the number of people that's going there.
Yeah, no, it's hard, no, because when you do it, the only way it's the only way that I can imagine it to do it is to, like Ludan said, to regulate these visits, this tourism. But on the other hand, if you do it, only rich people will be, how say that, able to afford, how say that, travel to go there. So it's the only way, I think. But what do you think about, just a little bit more, Fabiano? So the science, but do you believe that the science caused pollution during the research missions or not? It's just how say that it's preserving.
I think so because the researchers and the scientists is more worried about the environment. So then the
Mm-hmm.
people only just visiting, only doing tourism. So I think they are more conscious about this. So I think they control better. They have better control about the pollution, the garbage, and anything else.
Very, very interesting. I totally agree with you. It's different roles, no? Science and
Yes.
a tourist, it's totally different, and I agree with you. So, Sydney, let's return to you. So the next question. Next question. I think that I will skip to the question number 6 because the 5 one it's so we already answered. So how is climate change connected to pollution in Antarctica? It's a good point.
Yes, yes, because climate change is connect just with the it's not connect it is connect with the it for me it's a kind of natural cycle, but also I think the human being activity is increasing, it make it faster. But I think some industrial gases emissions or the greenhouse gases they they could affect the I think they can affect directly Antarctica, but not just Antarctica, but some other polar areas like the Greenland, I think the North Polar, I think other thing I think and it starts to how can I say to melt the ice faster than we imagine it. So I think yes, uh, yeah, I think yeah, the climate change is about how it's about it's the affection that there are the Earth, the planet, the climate of the planet is increasing a lot. I think when we think about the Antarctica that there are it's an ice place. I think mm, yeah, it's more connect with this to I think to increase the temperature there and starts to melt the ice in more in a unnatural way maybe.
Yeah, no, this is the first thing that I have in my mind into. So this all this has ice melting because of the climate change. So and it's very very dangerous. Very how say that for not just for Antarctica but for our planet in general. So we have if you want to survive, we have to pay attention on it. But it's hard. It's hard. William, what to think about it? How is climate change connected to pollution in Antarctica?
I think in parts, we saw about that. Like when I try to understand, for example, tomorrow is September 7, and it's the independence of Brazil. And I remember last year, in the same date, every parade because of September 7.
William?
Listen me?
Now I can hear you again. So you're saying about the parade of 7 September.
Yes, yes. But I just want to say that in the same day last year, here in Brazil, we need to cancel some parades because of it was really hot, really, really hot. And
Hmm.
now it's okay, here in Belo Horizonte, like we have a nice weather. Sometimes it's cold, like sometimes it's hot, but it's not like last year. So I think pollution and the global warming is totally related when we talk about the changing for the weather, when it's too hot, when it's really cold. And we need to understand that we cannot survive in extremely situations. We cannot survive
Hmm.
uh, about cold. Like we cannot survive. And the same time, if it's really hot, we cannot survive either. So in my opinion, I think pollution and Antarctica, it's a kind of a way to uh, it's a measure, to understand how the global warming it is, because Antarctica is the untouched thing, is the a continent made of ice, and you can understand the signs for everything. So if we have a lot of pollution, we are accelerating everything. And in my opinion, Antarctica will show this. Antarctica, it's a kind of uh, there is a name for this. It's a kind.
Hmm. Julian,
of.
you cannot. You
Hi,
said
hi.
that there are a name for it, and you cut it.
Oh my
You have
God.
a problem with your.
I
So
think
what? But I'm curious. What is the name?
can you listen me or not?
Yeah, I can listen to you
It's
now.
a kind of thermometer.
Okay, okay.
You
Yeah, I
understand?
totally agree with you. Yeah, I understood. So, and I agree with you. And that's the thing that we have to think about it because, like you said, the people are climate change will how said is destroying Antarctica, like you said, and it's a good thermometer to how said see what has happened because if you search in your YouTube, you will see the ice melting, but the people just thinking, oh, I have to go there and to how say that because that will disappear. So that's exactly the it that is how say that making fast this melting. So it's a little bit contradictory and hard to think about it. But I agree with you. We have to pay attention in Antarctica because, like you said, it's an untouchable place that we had this imaginary that it was, wow, something very not for the human beings. And but we are destroying this part of the planet with but not just this part, with the entire planet. So climate change to me is connected to pollution in Antarctica because it's affecting not just Antarctica but the entire planet. And it how said remember us that we are connected. If something bad happens in Antarctica, something bad will happen in Brazil and in other places around the world. So we have to pay attention on that. So what do you think about it, Fabiano? What is your opinion how said that, about this relationship between climate change and pollution in Antarctica?
I think it's like an pilot that's that drives an airplane, for example. If you drives in an airplane, you pilot airplane, there are a lot of instruments that show the how what's happening with the airplane. So Antarctica is an instrument that shows us to what's happening with the world. So, for example, if you go to China, there is a lot of pollution, and this reflects in Antarctica, I think. So, not only China, but adding a lot of pollution of the world, it reflects at Antarctica and North Pole, for example, in Arctic. So, at uh, above Groenlandia too, there is a little piece of ice uh, I forgot the word in English, and it's going down ice in Arctic and North Pole. So this is like an instrument that shows us what's happening with the world.
No, that's totally agree with you. And you bring some a good example for us from China because other thing that I've been thinking about it, and it's for example, nowadays we have such big pressure to decreasing the strativism, the other things, but there are countries in our, how say that, global economy that they really they just can't just stop doing things because if they do it, the way that the economy is constructed, is building, the country will just disappear. The people will, how said, have nothing to eat. For example, if I think about Equator, it's a place that they really need to, how say that, do extractivism to survive. If they do it, their economy will disappear. The people will have nothing to eat. So it's a kind of thing that's very delicate. We have to think about it, and the problem is all the governments around the world, they are just thinking in themselves, so they don't think about the others. So it's hard to achieve an agreement that can really help the planet. So it's a good point to think about. How say that, oh, there are these countries that are doing this there, but oh, there are countries that they are already developed, other that's like Brazil, we are in development. So uh, I think that this kind of thing had to be considered, should be considered in when we will decide that, oh, you have to do this or that. But very, very, very good point. So guys, now we are talking about, how say that, how tourism, how say, what can tourists do to reduce their environmental impact. If we have said, we know that we cannot just don't do it, don't pollute, how say that, don't cause pollution, but how can these tourists reduce this environmental impact? What do you think about it, Sydney?
Yes, for me, I remember there is a term of ethical tourism that if the people that are aware about the impact, they are impacting some natural places. So I think it's important to understand it that even our footprint, even a flash of our devices, cameras or smartphone can affect a spot, for example, in some drawing in a wall in a cave. So because okay, it's impossible. We living in some area, and that the mirror of our presence affect a lot. So it's impossible to not have this kind of impact, but to be aware about it and try as much as possible not to, if not to do the thing that can bring more harmful for this place. I think the ethical tourism is a kind of thing that about it that to understand it, to be aware, that and try to. I think it's not just about the human being, but I think it's some. I think about to have a more education to understand this because, well, for example, in Brazil, a lot of people they don't understand about it. They think that the things will last forever, and it's not true. We can see now from many contents. It could be videos on YouTube, books that the things are changing a lot. I think some waterfalls they are disappearing, rivers as well, lakes. So it's all about the human actions, you know? So it's important to understand it and try to preserve the things that it could last for a long time, you know?
Yeah, I agree with you. But it's so hard to. I don't know. Do you ever, how said that, was sensible to this topic, the environmental topics in general, the climate change and etc. Because I have to confess to you guys, it's something new to me. I've been thinking a lot about it, but it's something that 3 years ago I was just okay. It exists. It's okay, and I have nothing to do about it. Do usually was someone very how say that implicated that how say that try to do something, Sydney, or have this conscious that you talked about it?
Yeah, I started to understand it, to study it more in the recent years because I always go to a place I think Luria know in nearby Belo Horizonte called Serra do Cipó. So this
Mm.
environment is really beautiful, and also my mother have a kind of lands there, and uh, going there maybe 3 or 4 times in a year, I start to see this place more careful, you know, because it's a kind of place that not just my parents, but all of us in the family want to live in the future years. So I start to know to understand more because I want to my not just my son, my grandchildren. I think grandchildren, yeah, live there and have the same landscape to, I think, to contemplate with like me.
Very good, very good. So it's so important. How is the name of the this place? It's
Serra do Cipó.
Serra do Cipó. Very good. And you bring something very important, Hassan, that is you have this contact so with the nature, with a different place than a city. So it brings you this conscious. So very good, very good. And what do you think about it, Ludian?
Yes. Can you listen me now?
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
listen you.
okay. So I know Serra de Cipó. I visit sometimes. It's really beautiful place. So about me, guys, I'm not an activist, okay? Like someone who will defend and post about that, and I can fight, but I'm not like an activist person. But in my case, what I'm trying to do is small things, that I can do. So
Hmm. Ludian, it's catching. We cannot hear you
getting
now. Yeah,
is
now
better now.
again. Now it's
I
better.
don't
Now it's better.
uh, I don't understand why, because I can listen you, but my mic is with my headphone. Maybe the problem is the mic.
Mm.
But
But go
okay,
ahead, go ahead.
I was saying that I try to do small things in my life, like try to reduce energy, try to reduce water, like that, small things that it's easy to do. But I never been in a place, to go there to fight something like that. And I never disrespect any place that I go. So for example, if
Good.
I visit a waterfall, like a new place, the garbage is with me, I never let uh there. So I don't understand why people do this. So it's like that for me.
Yeah. No, good point, Sullivan. I think that's important to think and like you said, so to respect the other places. So it's very important. Fabiano, what do you think about it? This question, the question number 7. So, what can tourists do to reduce their environmental impact? And in general, what you do in your life, if you are sensible to that, or you are more like me, that it's new in this how say that debate that's now we can see that it's so important.
Yes. Um, I always, as I can, I go to the beach. So I'm going to uh, north side of the seaside of São Paulo. So, and every time that I go there, I worried about the garbage at the beach. So, if you everyone is worried about your garbage by yourself, so a lot of it's a good thing to do. So I think to go to Antarctica, if we need to, uh, I don't know, a kind of a course before going there to take care of
Hmm.
your garbage. So in there specifically, so it's very important to go your garbage, go your things. So if you only doing the small things that Lurian said, a great uh, a great thing to do. So it makes difference to do this. So every time that I go to the beach and I saw a garbage in the sand, for example, I take care and go to put it in the correct place. So here at my house here in São Paulo, I separate the garbage, separate the recycle things, that's organic things. So I think if everyone doing this is uh, that provokes a big change in the world.
Very good, very good. And I really like it, your answer in many thanks. But something that Hasa, that I would like to introduce the next question with this reflection is you talked about how say that kind of a solutions that could be, for example, have kind of awareness campaign for the tourists before go. So, and this is not just individual things that are more related to a kind of regulation, a kind of how say that institutional roles that it's bigger than just individuals. And I really like it. And so I think that is related with the question number 8. So, should tourism in Antarctica be limited or controlled, and why? What do you think about it, Sidney?
Yeah, for sure, it should be limited, controlled, but I think it's not let me see. I think the tourist, okay, it could affect the wildlife there. I think this kind of environment for sure, but it's not because it's so it's interesting because what we do here, for example, the industrial activity and all the gas, the waste, that kind of activity is spread in the air, in the atmosphere. It affects directly or indirectly the Antarctica because this kind of air current could, I think, take these gases there. And it's also about I mean, uh, uh, I'm hearing a lot about the microplastics that is affecting
Mm,
all the places around the world, even the untouched places like Antarctica. The research, the scientists found this kind of microplastics there. So it could be a kind of a solution to limit or control the tourism there, but it will. I think the effect of it would be, I think, a little a tiny of the to fix I think the great problem that the from my vision the industrial actions, industrial activities, no.
no, good, good. I think I totally agree with you. It's a complex subject to how because it's not just how said it. Oh, of course that have been we have to limited that have been controlled, but how do it? Not just that it's yes or no, but how do it? It's very difficult to answer this question. What do you think about it, Lulian? Should tourism in Antarctica be limited or controlled?
Like we said that I think need to be like Fernando de Noronha, we need to control, we need to preserve. But at the same time, when we control in a way like that, it's really sad, but we control more for who is poor, who the rich ones, they can pay everything. You
Mhm.
need to pay this for to stay here for 1 week, and they can pay. But no, I just don't like because we have this kind of restrictions, this kind of uh, inequality for
Yeah,
everyone. This is the problem. But I think when you think just about Antarctica and to preserve, yes. But I know that when you do this, like Fernando de Noronha, I want to go there, and I just saving money to go there, because
yeah,
I know I will spend a lot of money. It's worth it, worth it. But if you are really rich, you can go now. You don't care because you can pay.
that's it.
So I just don't like the inequality that this provokes. But I think we need to control. Yes.
I agree 100% with you, Ludin. I have the same feeling. It's hard. Fabian, what do you think about it? Question number 8.
I think yes, in Antarctica is very important to control the number of people that go in there. But not. Um, I think that have to. I forgot na- the word in English. There is something that happy medium. For example, you of course you have to control to not the pollute of number of explode number of people, but only we don't need to be there to go in there be rigorous. I don't know if this word exists, but but
Yeah,
I think as Lurian said, we have to think in both ways. So I agree with all of you.
very very good, very good. Yeah, it's hard. It's how do it? It's very difficult, guys. We don't have more time to another question, so I'd like to thank you for Hassad being here, and we got it. So we could talk about this specific topic, not just pollution, but pollution in Antarctica, and I really like it. I learned it a lot from you, and I'd like to know, Fabiano, it was everything was good for you. You said that it's your first time, so did you like it?
Yes, yes, a lot to be. Now I think that I need to talk a lot in English. I don't want to go the classes and grammatical things, so I need only talk. So I think this is a good way to practice in English.
Yeah, of course, of course. I agree with you, and I think everyone here agree with you because we are here too. So, Hassad, welcome and come, Hassad,
Thank you.
more and more and more. Hassad, you, Hassad, made a part for this to this community. Sydney, everything was good.
Yeah,
Did you
appreciate a
like it?
lot this kind of topic. And this topic is always increase our awareness about this kind of questions,
Totally.
this kind of things, issues that is happening. And I learned a lot about from Luria, Fabio, and you, Rafael. So
No,
thank
me
you.
too, me too. Thank you so much. I really like it. It was very, I was terrified by this topic, but now, oh, it was a great opportunity to learn about this specific topic that we normally don't talk in our daily life. So very good. Lurian, what do you think? What it was good for you?
Yeah, it was good. I saw this before. Okay, it's interesting. And I challenge you, Rafael, to talk about that in French, okay?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. I will how say that choose a different place, not Antarctica, and
Yeah.
let's do it. Let's do it. Talk about ecotourism. I think that could be
Yes,
very
it's really
interesting.
good. Yes,
I
yes.
will think about it. So, guys, thank you so much to
Thank
be here. We don't have more time, so see you in the how said another immersion. This is an immersion how said that guide by Katiana. Normally, I will be here every Saturday too. So see you and thank you so much. Bye bye.
See
Okay,
you.
take
Bye bye.
care. Have a
Bye-bye.
great weekend. Bye.